Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Qinspride. I do not know if you've noticed the trend online. There's been a video going viral about Nigerians, like Nigerian students, giving ultimatum to the South African businesses in Nigeria to leave Nigeria. I will be honest with you, I'm sitting here to speak the truth to us. In as much as I do not like what South Africans are doing to Nigerians, in as much as their attitude towards their fellow black Africans aren't nice, I would not sit down here and condone evil. Now, let us talk about the viral video. Is this video the truth or are they propaganda?
Arise, oh convergence. We are Nigerians, the pace setters. When they speak, we act. When they sleep, we work. We are a nation of believers, the African giant, the labor of our past heroes. Are there for us to see? Give our heroes their flowers.
People, so Nigerians has given 7 days ultimatum for South Africa to leave Nigeria. They want them to go with their businesses. And if you haven't watched the video, watch the video. Nigeria.
We therefore wish to officially ask all South African businesses, please, journalists, do not edit this. Say it the way I'm saying it, that South Africans henceforth should leave Nigeria with all their businesses. Nigerian students are not joking about it. And we are giving 7 days ultimatum for this action to be carried out.
Nigeria is home to about 120 South African companies, including telecom giant MTN.
Alright, brothers and sisters, we are going to discuss this in 2 phases. Alright, the first, we are going to debunk this, and second, we are going to talk about if actually this is true. Is that the right attitude to handling things? Okay, so we're going to start with the first one. Dear brothers and sisters, whenever you get an information or a viral video or a video is trending out there, you need to verify. Always find out the truth before you push it out there. I do not know the people that pushed this narrative, but I would love to state it here that most of the times a lot of things go bad in this world because many people easily get brainwashed. We carry information out there and we dish it out. We do not verify to know if this is actually the appropriate information. And for goodness sake, a lot of us are educated. We get brainwashed, the world get brainwashed because of our attitude. This attitude of not taking our time to ask questions. Please, if you're a Rotarian here, there are certain things about Rotarians. And we call that the 4-way test. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendship? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? These are the 4-way tests. Please, if you're a Rotarian here, please help me out. Always find out the truth. Stop rushing out there to create content and upload it just to make your points. No matter how you hate people, ensure that your points are valid. Do not all in the name of trying to create content. You will cause a rift. That is so wrong. So brothers and sisters, let us find out if this is the truth. Alright guys, let's go back to 2019. Let's watch this.
South African businesses in Nigeria are under threat. A group of Nigerian students has issued an ultimatum to them, telling them to relocate. They say it's in retaliation for xenophobic attacks against their countrymen living in South Africa. The UN recently cited several incidents of violence in South Africa that have inflamed tensions across Nigeria. Correspondent Phil Ihaza reports more from Abuja.
See the way they are treating me. Can you see the way they are treating me?
That's the distressed voice of Tayo Faniron, a young Nigerian entertainer assaulted by policemen in South Africa in July. It's one of many alleged cases of xenophobic attacks on Nigerian citizens living in South Africa. The National Association of Nigerian Students have threatened retaliatory actions on South African companies operating in Nigeria.
We therefore wish to officially ask all South African businesses, please, journalists, do not edit this. Say it the way I'm saying it, that South Africans henceforth should leave Nigeria with all their businesses. Nigerian students are not joking about it. And we are giving 7 days ultimatum for this action to be carried out.
Nigeria is home to about 120 South African companies, including telecom giant MTN, has more than 65 million users in the country, making it the firm's biggest market in Africa. According to the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, at least 88 Nigerians have been killed in xenophobic attacks in South Africa since 2016. Many in Nigeria think the students' threat to shut down South African companies goes too far, though.
I don't subscribe to the idea of closing down their shops like ShopRite and Spar and DSTV and all that they have here, or MTN. So you can't shut them down outrightly.
When you shut down such organizations that were established in Nigeria, the unemployment rate in Nigeria would increase by far, and it would do more harm to Nigerians than to them. So I don't think that's the way forward.
I think the solution would be that the government of South Africa and the government of Nigeria sit down and dialogue over these matters to stop the killings in South Africa.
For us as South Africans,
there has been dialogue between the governments of both countries, including a visit by South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa to Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari in 2018. Yet, many in Nigeria are frustrated by what they see as persistent targeted violence. Nigerian officials have appealed for calm on the part of Nigerian youths, stressing that the government is working hard to investigate the killings and ensure the matter is resolved.
The Minister of Foreign Affairs to meet again with his counterpart in South Africa and review the early warning signal that was put in place. That has to be done while diplomatic channels are being explored. However, we are reaching a tipping point.
Trade between Nigeria and South Africa is estimated to be well over $3 billion annually, according to South Africa's Trade Law Center.
Nigeria and South Africa have the largest economies on the continent. They are hoping that a peaceful resolution to this crisis will avoid a rift between Africa's economic giants. Phil Ihaza, SABC News, Abuja.
Dear brothers and sisters, have you seen it? This is an old news. A news that happened 2019. Something that happened in 2019. 6 years ago. Now the question is, who brought out this information? Who went and dug this up? I do tell people that a lot of nations are gone to war because a particular group of people or someone somewhere decided to frame or to bring up a baseless accusations and push the narrative out there. And before we know what is going on, boom! Explosions here and there. Please, can we stop this? This is false. So I just want us to know that this is an old news 6 years ago. And that was when a lot of issues happened in South Africa. That was when the xenophobic attacks of South Africans were on a very high rise. And a lot of people were affected, especially Nigerians, that even one of our very own philanthropists, Allen Onyema, went to South Africa to bring back our people. That was the agitation, that was the anger that made Nigerian youths feel restless and agitated. And the Nigerian students went out there to show their anger, and that was when they gave that ultimatum. And even at that, the ministers, a lot of dignitaries, a lot of politicians, they had to come into it, to plead for Nigerians to calm down. And they sent warning, serious warning to South African government. I do not know if South Africans actually hit to it, because you and I will know what is going on right now. At a time they stopped, but later on they started their attitude. But that is another story. Now let us talk about the second one. What if, okay, let us just assume that this is actually the truth. Is that the right way to go about it? Even that time, there were a lot of conversations that were raised by Nigerians. assuming this is true, of course I would say that the anger is justified. Believe me, because these South Africans, definitely not all, but many of them, their attitude are wahoo. So yes, Nigerians are justified in their anger to say, please carry your businesses and get out of our country. Yes, they are justified, because these people need to be checkmated. You know, imagine if every African nation should come out and say, oh, South Africans, leave our land. In fact, imagine if every nation on earth, if every nation should tell South Africans to pack their things and get out of our nations. Do you know what that will be? But let us talk as Nigerians. Let us talk as sensible people that we are. Because I believe that you and I, as Nigerians, we are sensible people. Now let us address this issue as Nigerians. First, I would say that it is economically unwise. Yes. Listen, brothers and sisters, no nation is an island. Some of us do not know what investment does for a country. Do you know why so many nations are clamoring for investors? Investors are the backbone of an economy, irrespective of how rich you are as a nation. So economically, Nigeria needs investors. And so, from the economic point of view, it is so wrong and unwise to tell investors. Because when you tell South Africans to leave, of course it is not just South Africans as normal masses. You're also talking to the investors. People like MTN and a lot, because we have more than 100 companies, South African companies in Nigeria. And I would tell you they are doing well here. They're enjoying themselves here. But you cannot, for the sake of what is going on in South Africa, you will tell the people that came here as investors to leave. I will not support that. Economically, that is not proper. No matter how you see it. Do you know the impact it is going to have on our forex market? It is not that easy to just tell people to pack and go. No, it is not, my brothers and sisters. So, a lot of things will be affected. I'm not saying that our economy will melt or that we are going to go down poorer, but I'm saying that our economy will be significantly impacted. So let us not even go there. Alright? We will not, because of the fools. That is why I always want our people to leave South Africa. Leave them. There are so many nations to go to. But it is not enough because of what a group of people who are not even working, a group of people who are considered mad are doing. You will, because of that, drive sensible people out of your nation. It will impact our forest market. It's going to impact our economy. That is a simple truth, brothers and sisters. I want us to be mature when we analyze issues. Like I said earlier, our economy will not collapse, but our economy will be severely impacted. Second, job. Do you know that more than 80% of the Africans employed by these companies in our nations, that they are Nigerians? So telling them to pack their things and go, you are invariably telling your brothers and sisters out of the market. You are rendering them unemployed. Meaning that your brothers and sisters will lose the food that they are eating. You see, that is how the economy works. When investors come to our land, they will invest. They will employ majority of our people in their companies. So it is not a proper thing to do, telling them to leave our nations. Did you understand? Third is the relationship between both countries. Let me tell you, this world is a global village. The Western world wants us to divide. The vision is what they want. You say what is going on? That is what they want. But let us say no to them. We have a strong relationship with South Africa. And that is why our government will need to call them to order. I do not know whether they are listening to their government. But I feel that a lot of things need to be done, to be put in place. Many governments, many nations should come together. African Union, they need to send out that warning to South Africa. You cannot be xenophobic against your people. It is wrong.
Our strength lies within us. Nigerians, wake up in solidarity and be your best version. Being a Nigerian means being a blessing. Nigerians are in all spheres of life. To be a Nigerian is to be cool, smart, and brave. May God bless Nigeria.